Alright, good morning. Thought I'd show a couple things that I was fiddling around with. I wanted to do something about the plug on this ETX for the crankcase. So what I did is, this is a piece of pipe out of the radiator that I put a little bend on the end, kind of like that one, and then the plug out of the radiator fits in here. So I carved up the radiator plug with a Dremel to open it up, because it only had that very tiny pinhole. So I just opened the end there with a Dremel so that that pipe would fit, and JB welded it there to hold. The one thing I didn't do was check which way was up when the plug was put in. So you see I have some extra washers on there so that when it's screwed in here, it's tight when it's pointing up because of the washers. You can keep tightening it there, but it's still got a lot of friction there when it's pointed up. And then I had initially wanted to thread a different piece of pipe to go in there, but when I ordered, this is an M5.8 pitch on that, but when I ordered brass tubing that was supposed to be 5 millimeter outer diameter, I got this by mistake. So I am instead, I did this, and that piece fits right over the top there. I did bend the end in a little bit, so I'm going to turn this into a breather. And I have part of an old pillowcase, actually. I'm going to just cut a strip here, and should do some more thinking about that. There. Cut far too big a piece, but I'm just gonna wad these little squares up in there, and there. So the idea being that that bit of fabric there is going to work like a breather, let the air in and out as it rolls over. And I made this piece of brass the full length of the upper tube, so that the weight here will hopefully keep that from just popping off, because if it was short, the air when it's running might be enough to pop it right off the top there. So yeah, that was that. And then I did pull the muffler off of the ET6 because it's arranged drop that under the table while we're talking here. So there's where the muffler goes on the ET6 here. You can see it blows oil and carbon across the side of the engine there. So that is an M6 fine pitch, so 0.75. And this time when I ordered 6mm outer diameter copper, I did in fact get the right size, so now I'm waiting on the right tap, and I'm hopefully going to be able to tap that copper pipe and make probably just a straight pipe. Put a little bend in it so it comes out and just goes up. Although, yeah, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with that. First I need to have the tap so I can make that replacement end fit. But let's see, the ET1 also exhausts all over the box and kind of in a bad place, so I'm going to try and, depending on how this works in the ET6, I'll do something about the ET1 as well. But that's all waiting for parts. And I forgot that the taps I have are really cheap ones, and so they are not in fact sharp enough to tap on pipe very well. So, and I didn't have the M6 fine either, so we shall see how that works out. But yeah, that is the next little bit of project with these engines. And hopefully on Saturday I'll be able to fill the ETX up on the wet sump with more oil, thanks to this tube, and have more confidence that it is continuing to maintain the oil level, because one of the things I was having an issue with is the oil level as it ran. Because there was no breather cap, the oil was just getting vaporized and shot out of the vent there, especially if I tried to fill it too full. It would just squirt oil then. So yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday again, and then yeah, I don't know, I'm still not sure what to do about the fuel problems on the ETX here, because I do feel like it is part of why it runs poorly, is that maybe the little carburetor there isn't as well put together as some of the other engines, but we'll see. Keep trying to tune it a little bit.